Taurus, hello. Welcome. Let's see what's in the cards for you for 1 till 13 September 2020. Alright, so general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Ascending for 1 till 13 September 2020. General reading may not resonate with everyone. Whatever resonates, claim that inside your heart. Okay, if you're cross-watching, more than welcome. Just remember, don't let cross-watching trip you over. Okay, it's always best to just focus on your own sign, unless of course you're familiar with your chart and you know what what the rest of it is. Then you can by all means have a look at all other readings. Alright, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness. I also do online spiritual regression hypnosis. There's a link down below in the description that you can follow if you would like to do that. And that takes you to my spiritual regression hypnosis profile. Okay, Taurus. Beautiful. For those of you that support me every week, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your share, for your subscription. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I hope that you will consider subscribing. There's a reading coming out for you every week. All right. I also often have weekend readings, and those weekend readings, they focus quite specifically on love. All right. And thus, your weekly reading focus more on the rest of your life, because you want to know how the rest of your energy fits in with just love. You don't want to look at just one thing, because you're sort of doing yourself injustice over there. All right. Also, just lastly, if you want to, you're more than welcome to subscribe to my newsletter. There's a link down below. It'll let you know about, all the exciting things that I'm doing, offers that I have coming out, personal readings, teaching tarot, teaching crystal, like a workshop for abundance at the end of September, Reiki, all those type of things. Right. Overall energy for your reading, Taurus, it's the Hermit. Okay. Some of your soul is very tired inside, and it's time to give that soul a break. It's crying out for that break, for realignment. Now, we're going to finish our reading off with a crystal oracle card for the energy that you can focus on, as well as an angel card, angel guidance. So don't you worry, just look at this part through, look at the whole thing, and we get to the end, and I'm going to clarify, just wrap that up around for you as well. In the middle of your reading, sort of like where you presently are, there's the death card, death and rebirth. All right. And this is a big reset where you currently are. And for many of you, this can be incredibly overwhelming. You also have the Four of Swords over there, beautiful healing of the heart taking place, and the Knight of Cups. So some of you are making peace with the fact that your heart wants to be with that particular person, and something started there quite a while ago in the recent past with the Empress. So this is, for many of you, this could maybe just be sort of like a desire or dream that you had for a certain time, for a specific sort of person, energy, feel. Doesn't have to be love, but it definitely indicates in that direction. And so you saw, you liked, you wanted, but it probably took longer than you imagined. You might have thought that it's one of those things that's just going to happen, but it didn't happen quite that suddenly, quite that fast, because there with the Five of Swords, there were some contradictory sort of thoughts, feelings, emotions. Can't do this, can't do that, shouldn't this, shouldn't that. So there was a lot of that going on in the past. And there were the Two of Wands. I feel that there might have been a bit of a separation there between the two of you. And it's, sometimes the thing about distance is, I don't know how much stronger it makes the heart grow, but it definitely makes the heart grow fonder, and it definitely makes the heart see things in a clear space. And some of you just really got some perspective, and I feel there might have been, not necessarily, but I feel there might have been some sort of physical separation, or maybe you weren't speaking for a while, but there was some breaking communication, there's some breaking contact over there. And it's interesting when one gets to a space like that, because then you realize that all those many reasons that you had why things couldn't work out, when you go like, but this is the one thing that that is keeping my heart sort of beautifully smiling and bouncing. And so going forward, where this energy is heading, the Hierophant. So even though you're opening your heart, there is still some work to be done. There's still some sort of hurdles to be overcome, and that is why I believe your overall energy there, it is asking you to take that sort of soul break there with the Hermit. You know that your soul sort of needs to almost if you think of it like when you're gonna go when you're gonna go run a marathon, you know, it's gonna be a beautiful marathon, and you're really looking forward to it. But you need to get your body sort of in order for that, and you need to sort of get your mind in order for that. You know, you're not gonna go out partying so hard. You're gonna get enough sleep and nutrition and water and exercise and all those type of things. That is sort of what the soul is asking you to do at the moment, because it is in that process of that, you know, that rebirth, that new light shining through. And for a number of you, there might be quite a lot of impatience taking place at this particular point in time, but not to worry. The plan is on flow. And I just saw 555 over there, which also brings me to the Hierophant. And the number 5 in universal numbers, it lets you know that what it is that you desire, it's busy happening. There's a lot happening at the back. There's a lot happening in your energy field that you may not be aware of at the moment. And it says to you, keep your eye focused positively forward. So as you go positively forward and you feel the challenges coming up, focus positively forward. All right. Ace of Wands, because as you focus positively forward, look at that staircase going up and that Ace of Wands there at the top, you know, that light. It's sort of like a new powerful sort of acceptance in your heart of what it is that you want. And I have to be honest with you, Taurus, it does take you into a little bit of a release struggle over there. And that is what we're going to be talking. That's what we're going to look about. That is what we're going to see with your crystal energy, what we are focusing on. And of course, remember, this is a general reading. So you take what resonates with you, claim it inside your heart, and if you want to, you can also have a personal reading with me. Okay, so let's clarify the Hermit for you, beautiful Taurus. All right. I must take one from the bottom, so I'll do it. Okay. So for the Hermit, your clarifiers are the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. So everything is not 100% the way that you'd like it to be just yet. So for many of you, you accepted it within your, you know, within yourself, within your sort of solar plexus area, this chakra energy area inside our bodies where the emotion sort of resides. But also there's some inner fears for many of you that I feel are coming out there. Maybe some childhood fears, some patterning, some belief of lack and limitation is coming out there. And they are asking you to remain focused on what it is that might hold you back. And that is why, you know, some of you, you've kind of been in the rat race there for a while, you know, and not just only love, but everything else, because all the emotions kind of came together. And that is why I always say it's so important to look at your life reading as well as your love reading. You don't just look at love, because you're only giving yourself 20% of the information, all right? So they are asking you to, you know, or actually they're speaking about the importance of you to get clarity about what it is that's wrong, because for many of you, you feel it's everything. In fact, it's not everything. It's one thing that's making everything feel wrong. And you are overcoming and releasing and letting go of pain and heartache there with the 3 of Swords, things that didn't work out in the past. Also, a lot of you are letting go of sort of like emotional attachments you've been hanging on to for a very long time. All right, so I'm just going to draw some clarifiers here. We're gonna clarify the 3 of Swords. Why I'm putting the cards upside down, I don't know. Sorry, not the 3 of Swords, the Empress, which is with the number 3, and that is in the recent past. So it's got the 3 of Cups, the King of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. So you've been building on this idea for a while. You know, whatever it is that we are referring to. You've been building on this idea for a while. There's something that's been growing new there for a while. You've been thinking about the details. You've been thinking about how it would feel, you know. You've really allowed your mind to feel those feelings, you sort of began to make it real for yourself inside here with the Knight of Wands, But then with the Two of Swords, it's what it might have started out as something like, that's how it'll be, that'll be so nice, that'll be so wonderful, oh, that'll be so fantastic. Then you started hitting a point where you start saying, oh my goodness, now this is wrong, and that is in the way, and that is in the way, and this isn't working, and that isn't working. So but you were willing to get yourself out of that. For many of you, you just didn't know how. Okay, so with the Five of Wands there, let's clarify that, because that is when the overthinking started. So the overthinking started, and you got the Six of Swords, the Sun, and the Moon. But it's, it's interesting, in this case, how, a lot of times we will obviously in life sort of discourage overthinking, But in your particular case, it was the real allowing yourself to think of everything and to feel everything and to see where, sort of like the lack and limitation was, that you also got to begin to see what it is that you need the solutions to, what it is that you need help with. You saw the flaws, all right? And you allowed yourself to feel it. Like some of you were really, how would I put this? You allowed yourself to feel the drama. You allowed yourself to feel the pain. You allowed yourself to feel the anguish. There's actually 4 cards that came out here. I'm just going to take them for the Two of Wands. You've got the Ace of Swords. You've got the Justice card. That is quite incredible. And then you've also got the Fool and the Knight of Wands. So you really went into your mind here. You realized that for some of you, you realize that you can be quite an overthinker. So you wanted to really feel the depth of everything. May not have, been the most pleasant experience at the time, but for many of you, I felt that you feel that is what you needed to do. There was some sort of plan here, whether you were consciously aware of it or not, that you wanted to start over, you wanted to start fresh, you wanted to start new, but you wanted to know exactly what it is that you wanted to start new from. You wanted to know how it would feel. Okay, it doesn't matter that the character on the cards there is a female, because it's about the energy. All right. So with the Four of Swords, now you felt that you got some clarity. You knew what it is that you wanted to have. That also brings you into that period of that heartache at the moment, because even though we're moving forward boldly and we're moving forward bravely, it is one thing to know what you need to do. It's another thing to actually sometimes do it. All right. Okay, let's clarify the Four of Swords for you. So the Four of Swords is clarified by the High Priestess. Look at you. Boom, 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 boom. The Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. You are seeing how you have been withholding yourself from what it is that you want to have. You are seeing the sort of safety nets that you implemented maybe on a subconscious level. This is where you're currently at. To sort of keep yourself safe, to keep your heart safe, to keep your emotions safe. You are seeing those things that you have done, and you are seeing how those things were not really the best possible, the best kind of things to do for you. They're the key to many of the solutions for the lack and limitation that you experience has actually been with you all along. You're getting to see that, and from that, it is that realization that is making this new flow takes place, because you are the one that you are realizing, for many of you that have been holding yourself back. And by realizing that you've been holding yourself back, you're also realizing that you can set yourself free. All right, let's look at this Death card. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. The Death card is clarified by the Seven of Swords, by the Tower, and by the Five of Swords. And especially here with obviously those sort of black crows that is in these pictures, it's normally swords. It's how some dark sort of thoughts, if you want to call it like that, demonic thoughts from the past can sometimes hold us back. The fear of making another mistake, and we'll convince ourselves that we're doing this from a point of love and self-preservation, and it's not safe to do this and it's safe to do that, but you're really holding yourself in that sort of non-serving cycle, and many of you realize that. So you're freeing yourself out of that non-serving cycle, and it's a powerful, powerful, powerful reset. It's that space where you are literally going from the cocoon stage to the butterfly stage, and it is just amazing. Let's see what we've got here for the Knight of Cups. It's coming together faster than you think, faster than you imagine. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and Two of Cups. So you are, there's really that realization that you are the one that's holding that's been holding yourself back, not maybe consciously, but feeling emotions and things like that, but you were ready to let go of that. And it's a powerful realization that you are the one holding yourself back that can also open the doors for you to just move forward. Your decision making is so different. It's like almost like enlightened thought, and it's bringing everything together there for you. It's bringing everything together there for you. Life, emotions, love, everything. All right. With the Hierophant, let's clarify the Hierophant for you. It's interesting with the Hierophant because in your immediate future, where the energy is potentially taking you, Taurus, I just did a reading for Virgo, and I'm going to tell you now. So your clarifiers are the Lovers, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. And Virgo had the same Lovers card at the same position as a clarifier, where you having it. Actually, it's the first card that came out. So for those of you that are in a love relationship, that is building it, that is establishing it, that maybe got your eye on someone, it's going towards it. It's not 100% there yet. For maybe some of you that are having some trouble with the emotions, it's not 100% there yet, but the situation is busy healing. And it's busy healing really fast, and it's busy healing really beautiful. But remember, as I said right in the very beginning, the Hermit is encouraging you there to take that body break, and the Hanged Man is encouraging you to take that soul break. So it's sort of time for a little bit of me time. The plan is happening at the back, and it's time for you to, you sort of want to step out of the way. This is what I usually call, I normally call that which can't be named source of all, but just for the sake of the reading, we call it God. And it's that surrender space. I normally say, let God be God. Get out of the way, Let the divinity flow. Let the abundance flow. Let the love flow, all right? Because for many of you, you were the ones that were standing in the way. And yes, you're moving forward and you're very excited about things now, which is amazing. But also, there's still some past wounds that you need to heal from. And you want to give yourself the time to do that. All right, let's clarify the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, you've got the Ten of Wands. You see, this is a big jump. The Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. So this love connection is really, for many of you, going forward, even though you're so ready to maybe, start something with someone new or take something with someone new to the next level, there's still some healing that needs to be done with a previous situation. And they're letting you know that it's fine for you to take that time, that soul break, that body break, to give. It's almost like you're giving life space to realign, It's almost like when you bake a cake. You put all the different things together, but you have to put it in, you have to put it in the oven and leave it in the oven for a certain period of time so that that the baking can take place. And it's funny that I'm laughing that I'm speaking about baking in the oven, because remember the very first card that you got in your recent past was the Empress, the things were coming through. And maybe there's even a birth involved for many of you, or a baby. Maybe some of you are waiting on a paternity test, but there is a definite period of waiting that is required. The Eight of Swords is clarified by the Six of Wands, so that waiting period is definitely paying off. The World and the Six of Cups. So there is a situation here, even though you are feeling ready, there is a situation here where that requires some actual time. All right, and I feel there's a sense of impatience, a sense of wanting to move forward right now. But I'm just looking at this card and it's making me smile. It's kind of looking up at me. Page of Cups, and look at that. You see, going forward, things are working out. Things are actually really beautifully working out. But there is a period of it, and it feels like a bit of frustration that might be ahead of you. And the best thing that you can actually do for all parties involved is to allow the time to flow. It will pass faster than you think. Okay, going to draw you a crystal oracle card to see what energy you can focus on. That one came right out there. I'm also going to draw you an angel oracle card to see what the angels have got to say to you, beautiful Taurus, for this 1 till 13 September general reading for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending for Taurus. Remember, it is a general reading. Take what resonates. You can still have a personal reading with me as well. You're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. You're more than welcome to subscribe to my newsletter if you want to. And if you need any graphic design work done or social media management, if you look down in the description, you will see there's a link that says AC Digital Marketing Solutions. And that is, oh, I thought that one was coming up. That is for my best friend who does that amazing work. And she does basically all my work. And so you can contact her directly. Okay? AC Digital Marketing Solutions. Can we have a card for Taurus, please, angels? Can we have a card for Taurus, please? Sometimes when something doesn't happen, I start asking myself why. And remember, there were many, many 10s for you. Look at what is another card that's looking right up at me right here. And it's weird because I would normally put the deck upside down when I'm done with it. But 10 of swords. So this is a full completion. This is a complete new start. This is a reset basically that's taking place here for you. Okay, a complete reset. That one flipped out. Who are you? Ah, Angels of Dreams with number 10. All right. Petrified Hood, ancestors. So there's a lot of knowledge here that is locked up in your DNA, in your pathology, in your cells that is coming forward. So you can look forward to that. There's some amazing things that is happening that is coming here for you, Taurus. It's just a process of becoming. And there another number 10, Angel of Dreams. Okay, dreams are coming true here. Dreams are coming true. It just takes a little space from the time that you're dreaming until the time that you are physically experiencing. But so for those of you that have been having dreams, those dreams are the confirmation. I just saw 2222 as well. So have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day, evening, week, at whichever time you're looking at this. Namaste, love and light. Bye, Taurus.